The Meuse originates in France and flows into the North Sea 935 kilometers further. In ancient times, this fickle rain-fed river wore down the Ardennes and the Eifel and roughly sculpted the landscape downstream. Rainfall in the Ardennes still determines the Meuse's strongly fluctuating flow rate. In Liège, the Meuse leaves the Ardennes, and once past Maastricht, it becomes a slow-flowing lowland river. From Maastricht, the Meuse forms the border between Flanders and the Netherlands for 46 kilometers. It is known as the Border Meuse or Common Meuse here. The Border Meuse's wide and spacious riverbed plays a crucial role in the Natura 2000 network. Internationally, a nature-rich Meuse Valley is very important and connects both big and small nature reserves in Belgium, the Netherlands and Germany. The Border Meuse has been largely controlled by people, but never completely tamed. The river is uncanalized along this stretch, unlike most of the river in Belgium and the Netherlands, and is unnavigable for modern ships. It is an unpredictable river, which in a couple of hours can swell into a threatening mass of water. In this closely populated area, where natural systems are under considerable pressure, protecting the Meuse region against flooding is an absolute priority. The Border Meuse Valley's future therefore lies in an area-based and integrated approach. This is why the Regionaal Landschap Kempen en Maasland and Tourism Limburg, together with the province of Limburg, drew up an action plan for the Flemish side of the Meuse Valley. It did not take long for the 5 Maasland municipalities to join us at the table. They also believed in a broader vision of their Meuse Valley. The Flemish government has been a major contributor for several years. Together, we all worked on the Meuse Valley RivierPark. From the start, the idea was a cross-border development of this RivierPark with the Netherlands. First, though, we had to prove that the proposed approach works on the Flemish bank. And now the collaboration with the Netherlands is increasingly taking shape. Our aim is to develop the RivierPark into an economic landscape. Ecology and economy are not opposites here, but reinforce each other. This ambition requires an attitude that goes beyond a compromise. The partners are going for multiple profit. The challenge is to strengthen the intrinsic qualities of the region, which is why we are investing in landscape quality, heritage, and biodiversity. Flood security is linked to benefits for nature and economy. Moreover, the Meuse Valley RivierPark is more than a concept. The name has to become a strong brand. A brand name with a recognizable identity for a rich and attractive region. A high-quality tourist recreational opening with information boards, benches and beacons and broad promotion will result in a local and sustainable tourist economy. The following 5 spatial structures are very much part of the Meuse Valley and support the RivierPark. The river, and most importantly, the wider channel that the river is able to take up in case of high water. A string of villages flanking the river, which are the result of a historic symbiosis between man and river. 8 castle parks that are the anchor points of the history and bearers of the heritage. The nature connections between the Meuse and the Kempens Plateau, which suffer greatly from urbanization and fragmentation. And finally, the pointed and line-shaped landscape structures. Just think of the old dikes, the old Meuse channels and cut-off Meuse meanders. The partners are numerous, their interests, instruction or objectives often diverse. A way needs to be found to join forces to achieve the common objective for the RivierPark. This area-based approach is a continual process of informing, consulting, negotiating, tempting, convincing and finding money. Our main focus is action. Doing what we can do today already inspires tomorrow to next steps and achievements, always closer to the objective. This convinces doubters and increases the number of supporters. The essential platform is to grow among local people and partners. This also strengthens the governance platform among politicians. The following results have been achieved over the past years with the partners in the Maasvallei. Signing of charter on December 15, 2008. Municipalities and province underwrite 3 important choices in favor of the river park. This also inspires the Dutch parties that are active around the border Meuse for a similar joint venture agreement. From a 150-hectare nature reserve to 650 hectare between 2006 and 2011. Nature associations Natuurpunt and Limburgs Landschapsmanagement create more biodiversity. The Maas in Beeld study clearly demonstrates this. Example of Kerkeweerd, where 72 threatened plant species are growing again.
Aquí me pongo a cantar. Al compás de la viruela. Que al hombre que lo desvela. Una pena extraordinaria.
We also invest in the string of Meuse villages. In the pretty Meuse village of Leut, a lot has already been achieved. Repaving using Meuse cobbles. The restoration of the forge of Meeswijk and the old cemetery received a facelift. A village square and a village pump underwent a metamorphosis. A big historic orchid in the heart of the village was replanted. And in other villages, such as Kessenich, the first initiatives for more care for the heritage and image quality have been launched. However, because of the scarcity of resources and manpower, we cannot simultaneously develop the desired activities in the 5 access villages of the river park. Works are planned though. The English Landscape Park at the Castle of Leut has been revamped. Where possible, initiatives in other castle domains receive advice, and landscape workers are hard at work. Outside the riverbed, a number of stepping stones have been made to connect the nature centers in the Maasvallei River Park with its hinterland, the Hoge Kempe. Nature Reserve, the Oude Weert near Oud-Rekem, is a good example. In the river park, owners and farmers have been prepared to work on the construction of landscape elements, such as hedges, pools and rows of trees. The ecological management of dikes and old Meuse meanders is a great contribution to the natural marbling of the landscape. All this is strengthened visually by the corporate identity in the field. Meuse beacons lead visitors to the access villages. Car parks and dozens of great viewpoints along the river have the same style. Together with Tourism Limburg, we conduct a far-reaching process and product communication with landscape newspapers, newsletters, events, an angling map, discovery map, brochures, and hiking and cycling maps. Today's opening of the transnational Maasvallei River Park is a major milestone to achieving the main objective. In 2025, the Meuse will be the lifeline between Maastricht and Kinrooi, of a river park covering approximately 150 square kilometers. Around the nature-rich riverbed lies the culture-rich Maasland with castles, historic cities and moose villages with their local color. The Maasvallei River Park brand can even be found on the labels of a number of special wines and regional products. The Maas restructuring works have been completed. A big nature reserve now flanks the river. Maasvallei River Park is very rich in plants and animals, such as the red-backed shrike, the black kite or the penduline tit. Osprey are also found here. Beavers and even a family of otters have already colonized this stretch of the Maas. Impressive herds of half-wild horses and cows create a half-open landscape, an exciting mosaic of herb-rich grasslands, thickets, brushwood and riparian areas. Excellent hiking and cycle paths dot the landscape. All nature is here to be experienced and is very attractive to man and animal. The management of the big nature reserves is excellent, and the cross-border maintenance of the heritage in the Maas villages and historic cities is, just like all the recreational infrastructure, well organized and assured of long-term financing. More and more visitors have found their way to the Maasvallei River Park. People seeking peace and quiet will love it. There is also a lot going on. The locals are proud of their region, and visitors are welcome. Many local entrepreneurs depend on tourism. The Maasland is alive and is going with the current.
Oh my God, I see